Hi, this is BB. So, I'm just talking to myself, of course, out loud. From the feedback that I get from these people who are doing this, they talk about something called love. Something called love. I don't know, but like, well, you release her love and her love and her love and her love. I don't know what does that mean. If any of you have that idea, well, her love and her love and her love and her love, I don't know what it means. I mean, I am not up on today's jargon, so I have no idea what that means. But this is what I'm hearing. Now again, unless I suddenly became super duper auditory, and if I am, then I'm hearing something that's out there. I'm still hearing the clicking, 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 recording, 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 or it's almost like the what they call frequencies. It's almost like they have your brain or something, some kind of device. I still keep thinking they might have to have some kind of microchip implanted somewhere they put it. I don't know. I had a hole in my chest in 2017 when I had a surgery for an abscess under my breast. It was like a month or two after that Mexican lady had moved in next door. The doctor said it could have killed me. It was very close to my heart. It was very deep as well. So I don't know what in the process of healing, I had a hole in my chest because I was only in the hospital for 2 days and he had to drill down deep. What if somebody dropped something in there and it just sealed up over? Because if it's deep and I'm standing in a shower, I'm showering or what, remember my breast is keeping that opening enclosed. So if something was in there, it wouldn't just fall out. So what if, standing and taking a shower, it's kind of highly unlikely it would just fall out. So I'm not sure. What if they dropped something? I don't know. I have no idea. So I don't know why the severity of wanting to me. I have no idea. If there's something in me or on me that's linking me to some group of people that will certainly be their detriment. If something doesn't go the way they want, like they're trying to retrieve it, I don't know. But let's get back to what we were talking about. This love thing, this releasing this love and that love. I have no idea what that is. I don't know what it means. If any of you are familiar with that terminology or that jargon or that saying or that slang, I just feel free to enlighten me. Also, if you're making a comment, sometimes I'm not seeing it. I see it says comment, but I can't find the comment to read it. So I'm looking through possible scenarios why these people are thinking me. Now, one thing, I can't find any of my parents' IDs. In 2001, I believe, my wallet was stolen in El Cerrito, California. I was in a Food Max and it was stolen. And I had a temporary green card at that time. A temporary green card at the time. So a green card in the hands of somebody else is like a piece of gold, a temporary green card. Fortunately, it was just overnight. And I do believe that when the police arrested somebody, I think a day after. She was in Best Buy and then she went to McDonald's or something, and they caught her because she didn't know the PIN number, and the manager of the store called the police. So I don't know if they swapped out the card, but I don't think they did, because I remember when I went to get my permanent green card, it was an Asian lady and she did swipe it and it showed up as my name. It took what was on the card showed up there. So I don't think that they swapped out the card and gave me a counterfeit card. I don't believe they did, because if they did, then that's a real good counterfeit card. It's a really, really good counterfeit card. So with that, I'm not sure what happened there. So I've had that. I got my permanent card now. I have my updated permanent card, so I'm good. But it's like, why are these people, everywhere I go, they keep following me? What is it? Is it a green card? Now, if they stole those stamps and they sold them, They don't really need me around. There's got to be something about me, the woman, some identity, something that's keeping them, or like just dragging me everywhere. I don't understand it. What do they want? And right now, the chlorine is extra special. It's like a full blast of that beautiful, beautiful energy of chlorine. It just goes into the lungs and it just starts to deteriorate, and it's like the person who's doing it, I think they're masturbating. It's like I think they will get wet and start to rub. Or they might get a hard-on. It's like, or they start to have sex, because it's like it amps up their sexual energy. No, my eye is burning. That's what you see. No, my eye is fucking burning. The chlorine gas is very strong. They love. Where are they getting this gas from? Where in Oklahoma is supplying them with this gas? I think it's coming from California. They're driving on the back roads and they're transporting it here. It's like getting a victim and then putting them through a circle or a ringer. A loop. Looping them. Like you would a pedophile ring. A pedophile ring, they pass children around. They have their own code words. They know, they use code, they talk in code. They're selling them. They're passing them from one pedophile to another, one pedophile, and they're keeping them hidden. I think that what I saw on SVU, they call it a special love, or they call it kitty diddling. It's a special love that only an adult and an underage child who has no concept of what the fuck sex is or romance is to give their heart, much less their genitals, only the child, because they speak children, would understand what that special love is. It's a special kind of love. A child don't know what they're now being introduced to sex, having their private parts touched and touching an adult's private parts. They're touching an adult's private parts. But the adult is certain that the child is in love with them. Or they're sure of it. They live their lives from this premise. They are absolutely certain that that child loves them. As the way a man would love a woman, or a woman would love a man, or two adults would love each other. Child love. That's a special love, a special understanding. What the understanding is, I'm touching you in certain places, don't tell the other parent or don't tell anybody, or we're both going to get in trouble. And then they start to psychologically manipulate the child. Because they're the adult, no matter in what capacity, they're the adult. And the child is going to look up to them and adhere to them and listen to them. Even if they're being abused, like a dog. In some instances, they have dogs where you're beating them and the dog is still trying to lick your hand. He doesn't understand that he's just trying to be a dog. I don't know, it just makes me feel bad. He's just trying to show affection. I've seen that. I've seen that. I've seen that. So they have this special love. So, it's the same thing. They're passing me around. I don't know what it is, unless it is a ring of pedophiles and they're trying to frame me. This is what I believe might be happening. And I said it before. I have no interest in children. I was an only child. I don't have a child of my own. I don't have a family. My parents are dead. My grandparents are dead. I don't have a family of my own. I've never been around children, really. I've never been around children. I grew up by myself with 4 adults. Mostly 2, and then my grandmother and grandfather. With adults, not children. I was with my cousins, but we were all the same age. But it was just like for maybe 2 or 3 weeks in the whole year on vacation time. That's it. And they were all my age. And there was no molestation happening. So I'm just looking at this, like this special love. I just want to know if they've been trying to pin something on me for a long time. I have no idea. I mean, there's so many things passing through my mind, and for some reason it's getting worse. They're really pushing it. I don't know what it is. And the chlorine queen, I call her a chlorine queen. Her objective is to keep pushing. No, the back of my head hurts. Her objective is to keep pushing the agenda of this chlorine. Is all pushing the chlorine. Like she wants to destroy your body one organ at a time, because she feels it'll buy her way into heaven, maybe to rule in hell. I have no idea. Or they just, can you imagine a group of people, not a scenario, is that a group of people who like to torture people just for the sheer love of torturing them, of destroying the person's body, breaking it down and watching the person disintegrate, like a complete decimation of the person, character, morals, belief system, body, mind, emotions, spirituality. Just demolish the person. Let's bring them down, melt them down, basically. Who would take the time out to do that if somebody is not funding them? And why is the government doing that? If the government is doing this, why would the government fund it for one person? One person? Random? Okay, let's say there's a 200,000 of us worldwide. Why us? Why this overkill when some of us are actually vocal about it and talking about it and asking for help on YouTube, which is an international platform? Why? Why would they keep pushing this agenda? It doesn't make sense. Somebody has to be funding these people. I believe it's people who are robbing people. There are people who are criminals who are robbing people. And then you have this set over here. This is the loop now, the loop that is going through. Like how they pass the child, they're passing them through. This one will do this, that one will do that, this group will do this group will do this, until the person is just completely either lost their mind, or they would be deemed incompetent. And that means if they make any claims, well, they had this, they had that, they did this, they did that, the answer would be, well, they don't know what they're talking about. Is to show them as being mentally incapacitated, that they're delusional. Because this is one of the ways they go. They're delusional now. You can't trust anything they say. They're making shit up. How do you know? If a person is hearing real voices, like a person is hearing a voice, okay, I'm gonna pause this. Okay, so that's one of the things. Like, I woke up, I think it's somewhere around here. I woke up 2 days ago or this morning, I believe, and there's a boil on my neck, like something here, like a bump. And then right here, I can hear a click, and it coincides with I start coughing. It's very sensitive. My throat's very sensitive to it. I don't have a cold. But anyway, you have this loop here, and they're doing that. Somebody has to be funding them. I can't find anything. I don't know if they sold the idea. I don't know what they did. You see, I'm just trying to find possible ways of trying to find out. Another thing is that this broadcast. People talk about broadcasting, and you can feel the thing on your face all over. Now, if it's a broadcast, it means that something is being broadcasted. There's something that's being broadcasted, or are they broadcasting? Are you the recipient? What is happening here? Just a flushed feeling, burning, like a million little fine effervescent pores all over the body. What is it? And it burns like pepper. What is it? It's just directed energy beams or microwave beams at your face and various body parts. Is that what broadcasting? Why don't they just say they're microwaving? It's like an ant, basically. You have a magnifying glass, you're in the sun, and you hold the magnifying glass over the ant, and the ant will catch fire. It will be caught on fire. It's the same concept, except where is the magnifying glass? There must be somewhere this magnifying, and I've always used to feel like I'm behind a glass. Always felt like I'm behind a pane of glass. There was a movie called Crystal Heart that I saw as a teenager, and I remember when if you remember the movie, he took a chair and he broke the glass. He was in an enclosed part of his house because he was susceptible to germs, and he broke the glass. And I always remember that movie. I always feel like I'm behind a glass. Is there a magnifying glass somewhere that I don't know and it's concentrated on me? Is what, the sun? What is it? Where is it coming from? It's just like somebody somewhere with a giant magnifying glass just watching me, and the sun is just, I mean, what is it? What, and for what? For what? If the government wanted me dead, they would have popped my ass in the head already. That's not an invitation to these fucking assholes to do that, I'm just saying. Another thing is, I will look up a few more scenarios. I'm just trying to figure out what happened here. Like what is possible? What is this about? What is this about? Why this overkill? Overkill. And everything is in a way where you can't, like, it's hard to find something tangible except for wear and tear on the body. For wear and tear on the body. Except there's a bunch of lymph nodes in the back of my head. My nose is burning. My nose is red and bruised, and there's no drugs. There's no nothing. I don't know. And my water is smelling like you're in an herbal shop. Like you have a mortar and a pestle, and you take some multivitamins and you crush them up. You know that smell? Like any multivitamin, you can smell it. It just has that herbal scent. That's what the water smells like. Not in my bathroom. Well, I could say, well, my loofah or something has a residual from my body wash. In my kitchen, there's nothing like herbal like that. It's Gain. There's no herbal there. It has a different scent completely. I don't know. And my water, my shower water, the second round, after the first round, the rinsing off, the water it starts to smell like that. And then at some certain parts when you're washing would start to burn. The first rinse, you rinse off. There's nothing. The second time, you start to feel that burning sensation. Why is that? Every body wash, something suddenly I'm hypersensitive to all of them. I don't understand. But anyway, I'll close the video for now, and I'll make another one of possible scenarios. Until then, stay safe.